What is good, YouTube fam? Today I want to talk about an article that caught my eye. This is an article from the Points Guy where the Hilton CEO talks about how this is the end of hotel bargains. If you're interested in that video, stay tuned. Like always, fam, if you like this video, please show the like button some love and give it a click. If you find any value or entertainment in my content and want some more, subscribe to my channel. And without the way, let's get back to the video. So inflation is high. Inflation is real high right now, and because of that, it can be hard or very challenging to find a place to stay. So seeing this article from the Points Guy talking about how hotel bargains are going to go away, it kind of piqued my interest. So getting into the article, it talks about how Hilton got $1.3 billion in revenue last year, which is a huge chunk of change if you ask me. So what makes this incredible is when you look at the occupancy rates. So in 2019, Hilton had an occupancy rate of 76%. That means 76% of their hotels were occupied or people stayed in those rooms. In 2022, the occupancy rate was 70%, a full 6% lower. Now, obviously, you have to take the pandemic into account, but these numbers are still below their pre-pandemic levels. So it makes it interesting that they're still able to have such high revenues even with a decrease in occupancy. So that got me questioning, how do they make this $1.3 billion revenue when the occupancy rate is lower? Well, pretty simple answer, you have a price increase. So the room at Hilton went up from $148 on average to $158 on average. So that's going from the 2019 rate to the 2022 rate. So you can see this $10 jump on average in the cost of rooms. And when asked if they would try to do things to allow more customers to come in to bring occupancy rate up, this is what Hilton CEO had to say. So I'm gonna put the quote on screen, but I'm gonna kind of paraphrase what he says. So what he basically says is that they can bring up occupancy, tomorrow if they really wanted to, but that's not what they're aiming for. They're trying to basically manage effectively in this cycle and drive bottom line results for their owners. So they're really looking into trying to take care of the owners of the hotels, which makes sense. So go back what the Hilton CEO said. One of the things that he stuck on was inflation. We can say inflation is a key sticking point right now, especially in the hotel industry, as in 2022, rates surged. So to give you an example of what I mean here, take 2018 to 2019. During this time period, rates only increased by 0.3%. Now, going from 2021 to 2022, the rates increased by 19%. So a huge jump in rates, which leads to a huge jump in price for these rooms. And on top of that, you have China opening back up. You have business travel getting back on the way. You have people who still want to travel. So travel demand is really high. So, if travel demand is high, there's no real incentive for these CEOs and these brands to lower their prices because somebody's going to pay it. So at the end of the day, they might be right. It might be the end of the hotel bargain. But is it really? Well, I would say not so fast. While I will admit that inflation is causing hotel prices to rise, at the end of the day, there will always be a hotel bargain. There will always be a bargain hotel. And by that, I basically mean that, yes, all the prices are going to rise, but you're going to find that price that is lower than others, and you might consider that a bargain compared to something else. So while the prices might rise, we'll always be able to find bargains because bargains at the end of the day are relative. On top of that, I'm sure many of you guys already, figured this out. I think it's important to leverage credit cards and credit card points, be it transferable currency or be it through co-branded cards. Getting these points is important to get to your next trip. At the end of the day, that is what it is. I think right now Hilton is putting on a $150K offer for the Hilton Surpass through Amex, and Marriott's putting on a $100K offer on the Bonvoy Balance through Chase. These cards are allowing you to get to where you're trying to go, and that by itself is a bargain. If you don't want to do that, I would say, hey, use transferable points like the MR points or like the Chase UR points. There are ways to get around not higher prices going up, and these are some of the ways you can do that. So at the end of the day, our hotel bargain's gone. I really don't think so. I think hotel bargains are always around if you're willing to put in the work and find the hotel that you're looking for or the place you're trying to stay. Well, guys, that's it from me here. Please let me know in the comments below if you think hotel bargains are coming to an end or you think it's a lot of hot air like me. If you like this video, please show the like button some love. Don't hit it. Just click it, share if you found it helpful, and if you want to hear more from me, subscribe to my channel. And until next time, guys, peace.